Hey guys, we are officially live on YouTube. As always, if you're on right now, I don't see anyone on right at this second. You guys have to let me know about the video quality. You know, live videos aren't always the best. I do have a light in here that I'm going to be kind of flickering back and forth, and I think that may help with the video quality on this as well. So what's going on? What's going on? How is the video quality? Is it good, bad? With light, without light? The video's fine right now. Okay, appreciate it. Good enough, good enough. You guys want the light on? You want the light off? I can vary it back and forth as well, so it's good with the light. Okay. All right, we'll leave it on for now, and I can always adjust this somewhat. Meh. Okay, but we'll see. Maybe we'll move it up some. Okay. All right, we'll leave it on for now, and if it does start to get bad or something, you guys let me know. As you guys know, this is going to be a question and answer for the new Arrma Senton Mega 4x4. I do have also the 6S version out here as well, because I know there's going to be some questions on that, and I want to show you guys a couple of things between the two as far as size-wise is concerned. And then also, look at that bad boy. I have the granite there too. So what's going on, John? I saw your message on Facebook too, so appreciate it and welcome aboard. Everybody's starting to come on little by little. Sorry if I'm not calling out all your names. You guys want me to give a shout out, make sure you say something. Sparks is on. RC_King is on. Is that pronounced erratic? Is on. A couple of you guys are coming on. So first off, you guys have know I got this truck. And it runs well. I mean, it really, really does. I'm going to try to adjust this up. Kind of got to zoom in on it. Woo! So, what's going on? What's going on? Fast RC's on as well. So, you guys know I got this truck, and I've been really running the Hades out of it. Really been testing it back and forth. I'll go ahead and get this up, and then we start doing more. I can make adjustments as we go along. So, how many RCs do I have? I have a lot. That's about the best way I can put it. I like RC cars. It's always been a hobby. You guys see I have about almost 1,300 videos on YouTube. I started doing YouTube a while back. So is this car worth $240? No, it's worth like $290, $300. It's a good car. I mean, I'm not going to even lie. I took it to the hobby shop today, and some people have been buying it because they have been looking for videos on this, and they compared it to some other brands and the price wise and 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and people were buying this. So they sold a couple of these this week so far, and I know some people have ordered them online and stuff. So is it worth the money? Yes, it is. In my opinion, I've driven this car. I've driven both of them, and I've bashed them a lot as well. So it's been well worth it for me. You got to think about you're getting a 4-wheel drive, either short course truck or monster truck. You're getting a 2.4 gigahertz radio. You're getting a battery with it. And then you're also getting a unique design. I'll go ahead and just take this off for now with the truck. With this is something that I have not seen an RC car company do with some of this like module like designs for it. It's very innovative because it does make it easy to work on. The other day I did take a shock off just to see how difficult, how easy it would be to actually work on the shocks and stuff. And it was actually easy. And I was like, okay, that's pretty easy. You basically, if you guys follow the instructions, you can see that just taking off 2 screws here. And the way this is designed actually makes it easy to change your shock and shock oil without spilling shock oil everywhere. So anyway, a couple more questions coming up. Sorry about that. So is it worth $240? Yes, it is. I mean, this car has been great. Both of them have been. Neither one of them has given me any issues or problems. They both run well. Which of your 3 is your current favorite, and which is? Well, it's gonna depend. You mean these 3 right here? They're all in their own class. That's the best way I can put it. It's hard to compare a brushed truck to a brushless truck, and that's going to be any comparisons. I do like running brush cars. I know some people don't, but I do like running brush cars. It is fun. Everything doesn't have to be 70 miles per hour and stuff. It's good to have that every now and then when you want to use it. It's kind of like having a V8 Camaro. You know, it's good to have the power when you need it, but you don't have to run 120 miles per hour every day. So I like all the RC cars I have. These have been my favorite because I just recently because I it's just the design of it and just the way these things handle, and the price point is good for it too. So let's see. I'm sorry. Couple of things have come up. Let's see. Have I tried brushless yet? I did try a mild brushless system on 2S, and I have yet to run a video. There was no problems or issues with that, but I am going to be showing you guys probably in the next week or so about a brushless system too. If you guys, I know you guys are going to do it, so I can't say, oh, put a brushless system in it. I mean, it's your cars. When you buy, you do what you do. So I have tried a brushless system in it, and this camera's shaking too much, guys. Let me know. I kind of have it posted up, and I can post it back down if you want. Um, I have tried a brushless system in it, and I did run it on 2S, and it ran fine. Nothing went wrong, anything like that. I didn't do 3S because I wasn't trying to go crazy with it. Some people go crazy and expect to do triple black backflips and stuff, and nothing breaks. So, a mild brushless system I think would be fine on this. Either one of them, and that's just like I said, my opinion, my discretion. You may want to contact Arrma support and just ask them about it and see what they think. The plastic center drive shaft, yes, it handled the brushless power. You guys saw how big the diffs are. The diffs on these things are huge. They're bigger than that on the Outcasts and stuff. Now, not saying don't go out and get one and put 3S in it and start breaking stuff and be mad about it. So, like I said, I did try a mild brushless system here just to experiment with just for a few minutes, and it was fine. But like I said, I wouldn't go crazy with stuff with that. So that'll answer you guys' questions about brushless. Just try something mild on it, see how it is, and they're gonna possibly come out with their brushless model, maybe at some point. So I don't know what the future is for these, but I know these designs are good. I mean, especially straight out the box. I think you guys will have fun with them as they are. And if you want a little more speed on it, put a nice lipo in it. You guys know I've been using the Duratrax lipos and stuff. Get a high C rating, you'll be fine. Oh, let's see. There's a couple other things going. Sorry, guys, you're putting a couple of questions up and trying to get to them. The Senton 4x4 or slash 4x4, if they had the same electronics, it's gonna be hard to tell. I mean, it's one's more innovative than the other. That's the point with this right here. The Senton is gonna be more innovative than a slash, and then you gotta think about there's no brushed slash out there. They have a brushless slash, and you can't compare this to some of their Deegan rally cars because those rally cars they're a whole different set. Even though it's on the same platform, the A arms and stuff are a little bit shorter in there. So at some point I'll do a comparisons at those side by side, and you guys will see that the Deegan rally and the other rally they just released, the A arms are not the same as a short course, and they're going to be a little bit shorter, like the ones they use on the Telluride. So if you got that and wanted to do a short course, you couldn't go to a track and race it because it's not going to be legal. It's not. It's going to be the width's not going to be wide enough for it. Let's see, blah blah blah. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, this couple questions come with some other stuff. I have an Outcast, and yeah, I got one too. I love mine too. I mean, those trucks are top notch. I mean, as far as 8 scale goes, I think Arrma's pretty much got that on lockdown. And now they're tackling the 2-wheel drive market with this as well. Will I stick a RC gear shop in the SCT? I may at some point. Like I said, I'm working with a couple things. I don't want to steer you guys wrong on anything, brushless or anything like that. But there are options for more speed. I knew everybody was going to ask me about brushless and all that. See what other questions are coming up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they'll release a brushless version. I did see on Tower Hobbies that they had a different set of wheels. They had some that were chrome as well. And a lot of companies, when they go brushless, they usually change the wheels and stuff up. So if you guys search on parts, you'll see they have some chrome wheels out there. So possibly they will. I don't know. I wish I did know, but I'll tell you guys in a minute, but I don't know. Or am I going to Hobbytown for tomorrow for the swap meet? Yes, sir. I will be at the Hobbytown in Kennesaw, Georgia for the swap meet. And I will have these cars on display. And I'll let you guys try these out if you want to try them out. They will be with nickel metal batteries though. No, I'll probably just try them out with LiPo. But I will have these on display if you guys want to check them out. And give them a quick run. I may demo in front of you guys too so you guys can see how these things perform. So bump it up to 6S. Oh my gosh. You guys are some beast out there with your 6S's and your 100-mile-per-hour cars. If you break stuff in Hobbyland, get mad about it, then you don't belong here. Oh, I'm not sure what that means, but You would take the Senton over the Slash. It's going to be a huge price difference too, so just think about that. What else? Should I get the Low C10MT or get a Slash for Christmas? I don't know. That's gonna be for another discussion. Who the person who asked me that question about the whether you should get a Slash or a Low C 10MT for Christmas? Hit me up on Facebook. Ask me that question there. So no, I don't have a Fury. I thought about one a long time ago, but I don't. I don't have one of those. I've seen videos of those things run and stuff like that. So anyway, let's get into some of the stuff about this truck real quick. I know I did an unboxing on it and stuff. Excuse me. And I did run this several times a day. So I ran this on asphalt a lot, and I also ran it on grass a lot as well. So the temperatures of the motor were really, really warm, but they weren't hot. I think it was about maybe around 115 or so degrees. So that's good. And we ran this thing back to back to back. I even took it, like I said, to my local hobby shop, and I let people drive it there. Some people came by, they saw it, we let them test it, and they just had smiles and grins on their face. So it was kind of funny to watch somebody, especially drive RC Cross for the first time. So, but I haven't had any problems or anything with the car. You guys know, and I'll do a comparison side by side between this and also the Granite that's sitting over there, and then also the Senton as well. So you guys know this is going to be a longer chassis than the Granite 4x4. And as far as the design is concerned, all this is going to be the same. They just put a 17-tooth pinion gear in here instead of a 14-tooth. So, and it ran fine. I think I got, well over 20 minutes runtime, about 22 to 23 or something like that, with a 2S LiPo. And I used a 5,000 milliamp 2S LiPo. So toss a 4S 8-scale system in it and throw caution to the wind. That's funny. You guys crack me up. Everybody wants to put super power in these things and stuff. So get one, do it. Shoot a video and let me know. I would like to see if you guys get one and put a 8-scale system and stuff in it and run it. And let me know how it does. So do I think the motor will last longer than the Titan? Well, I know that at some point, I know Trax had a problem with their Titan motors. They had a real bad run of them. They did have a short life. And I think they replaced them or something. But this motor I've ran this several times, and I haven't seen a decrease in speed. I have with other brush motors, not saying that I have with Traxxas motors, but I have seen some of a decrease in speed somewhat. But it's also going to depend on how you maintain your vehicles as well. I told you guys before in one of the videos, or I showed you before, how I just did minor maintenance. Basically, you just need to make sure you blow in one end out that you can get a little blower or something, and make sure you get the dust out of there. And then I put a little oil on the bushings on this side, and I actually open up, put it on that side. And you want to do that maybe every couple of weeks or something. You know, if you're running a lot, you maybe want to do it every other day. Just put just a tad bit of oil, don't saturate it with it. And that's going to help you keep the longer life of the motor. Mine have yet to burn out. I've run these cars a lot, especially this Granite, and it has yet to slow down or give me any issues or problems. So will it last longer? Time will tell. When I got most of my other Traxxas cars and kits, I can't remember how long I've kept them in there, but it wasn't long. But these have lasted long for me. So you mentioned a mild brushless system and stuff. I'll give you guys some examples on that. Hit me up on Facebook, and I'll let you guys know about some of that stuff. And I'm gonna look at some options for this as well, because I know you guys keep throwing out brushless. Is it brushless? We're gonna go brushless. So it's fine as it is, guys. Trust me, it really is. I've had a blast running this, and people that have run this have run other cars too, and they've had a blast running it too. So are there any negative downsides of doing a lot of aluminum upgrades from plastic? Well, yeah, there are negatives to a lot of things you can do with aluminum. Aluminum is going to weigh more. It's going to scratch. Some aluminum does bend. There's some companies that have aluminum parts and stuff, and they do bend. I've heard about people crashing a little bit, and they do bend up and stuff like that. So that's going to be your base with that. As far as aluminum chassis, you know, aluminum chassis are going to be good. When you start getting aluminum A-arms and stuff like that, it's like, You know, I got a bling Stampede, and I don't run the thing because one crash it's all scraped up and all that. So anyway, I did want to show you guys while we're having these things out here, side by side comparisons between the Senton 6S and the Mega Senton, or the brushed version. So I'll go ahead and I'll get this off real quick. Oh, get this puppy over here. So you guys see they are basically the same size, same length, and same width. There are differences, of course, because one is brushed and one is brushless. One is basically designed on like an 8-scale buggy. So these are some of the differences with it. You guys see the differences in shocks, and then, you know, the stance, and the parts are not compatible. So you can't take the A-arms from here and put them on the 6S version. But what you can do is the bodies will fit. This body from the 6S version fits right on here. And you guys know they just released a version 2 of this. So think about that. And this body fits on here as well. Bam. So if you guys, they do sell these bodies. I did see some of these bodies for sale on Tower Hobbies. And this is kind of the design of their version 3, I think it is. It just has more of a militant type look. But if you get these bodies, I think they're like $40 or something painted. And you can get the red one, or the green one, or the light blue one. And those will fit right on here. So if you guys are wanting to do a different body or look, and I think these actually look real good on, especially the 6S version, you guys can get those bodies and put those on there as well. So just wanted to show this to you guys. I thought that was pretty cool of Arrma to make sure that was compatible to put both of these bodies where you can use either body on there. So it's going to look good to me any way you do it. I mean, one thing you do have to look at is that you see this kind of touches here on the front bumper. It's not bad or anything, but some people may just trim that a little bit. You may not have to, but comparing these two to each other, the granite to the Senton, you guys see there's going to be a difference there. Difference in length and a little bit difference in width as well. Somebody was just answering a question about, the aluminum, they do bend permanently, and you got to try to hammer that back in shape like you're trying to build a sword and stuff. So, like I said, it has its ups and downs. It's good for the bling bling, but it's kind of like, don't crash with it. Don't scrape it up. So, but you guys see the differences of these two side by side to one another. You see they're basically built on the same platform. It's just this is going to be longer and a little bit lower. It seems like you guys see how the chassis heights are there with those. So are there any other questions about this? You guys aren't asking as many questions as I thought you would. What brand has good cheap 3S lipos for 100 miles per hour? If you're going that fast, you might not want to go cheap on lipos, because you're going to have good high quality lipos to compensate for that speed and stuff. So, oh, thanks, John. Appreciate it. When we was running the 2S, he asked. He said when this was running on 2S, it looked real good and it was smooth. So it did. It handled well. And I posted a video. I took out and ran it a couple times, and then I went ahead and did another video of this thing jumping and stuff, and it jumped. It jumped like a champ. I was going to take it to the track, but I just found out that our local track is being worked on. I was going to actually take it up there today. Today I had time to take it there, and they're working on it. So, did I get the Pro Line 4x4? No, I didn't. That was my friend. He got it. And those things are back ordered. These are getting out of stock. I know these keep getting back ordered. You guys are saying, well, when is it going to come in stock? Well, people are ordering this stuff. They're back ordering it, like the Granite 4x4. So by the time you guys see it again, it says back ordered December, back ordered beginning of December, because people are going ahead and pre-order them. So by the time they get them in, they have to ship them out. So if you guys are going to get one, you might want to go ahead and pre-order it. So any other questions, guys? You guys are a little quiet, maybe because it's Friday night. Everybody's out, date night, movie night, etc., etc. So do you think the durability-wise, it would hold up with a slash 4x4, not even brushless regular? Yeah, I mean, I know. As far as, I mean, the right now, I mean, the market is Slash 4x4 and Stampede 4x4. There's a brush Stampede 4x4 version, but it is gonna cost more than this. And you're gonna have to. The tires on it are okay. But it's gonna cost a lot more than this. So you guys have to look at what you want to pay for. Do you want to pay 240 or do you want to pay 300? Performance, they're probably going to be about the same performance-wise speed, but this does handle really well. I mean, especially with these tires and wheels, it's got a better tire compound and stuff. So this does, from my experience, handle better than the Stampede 4x4, the brushed edition. And this is going to have more of a more innovative design than that as well. You got these high sidewalls on it and stuff like that. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're thinking about the two. And as far as the Slash and stuff, there is no brush Slash 4x4. I mean, the cheapest Slash is the Platinum. I think it's $399, and then the ready to run one's like $500 or something like that. So, it's digging in your pocket. It's getting pretty expensive when you start getting to that. So they look a bit. The bumpers on the Senton look a little bit small, but it looks much better with the T-bone bumper on it. Yeah, but I haven't had any problems. I mean, you guys, I was jumping this and I kept landing on the front. I hit a couple of curves on the side, just driving, just trying to show out and stuff like that as well. And it was enough to cover the car up. I mean, I didn't hit it to where it was breaking the A-arm or anything like that. I'm pretty sure the aftermarket companies are looking at jumping on this really soon. And you'll probably see some aftermarket parts for this, like T-bone bumpers and all that stuff. So, any other questions, guys? I thought y'all would load me down with questions. I was like, oh man, they're probably gonna ask me how big of a ramp did I jump it over, and did I do wheelies with it yet? Skate park videos and all that. If some of you guys are just joining, I will be at the Hobby Town in Kennesaw, Georgia tomorrow, and I will have these on display if you guys want to check these out too. Senton versus Granite, and it'll be easier to avoid flipping the Senton. They both handle well. I mean, they really, really didn't flip. They didn't. I mean, unless I was just trying to flip it over, they didn't flip. They both handled well. They both handled turns well, on road and off road. I mean, the tire compound is just right. It kind of matches everything that they're doing for this. So they thought this out the way they kind of did this. So they both handled well. I mean, it's going to depend on what you want to do. Now, you can get, let's say, for instance, you get the Senton, then you say, oh, I want a monster truck. I want to get a Granite. You can get a Granite, but these platforms are the same as far as the layout's concerned. So it's going to be some things you'd have to do to convert it to this if you wanted to do that. Chassis layout, you guys see that the drive shafts are different sizes and stuff like that. So that could be an option too, or just get them both. That way you have a monster truck and a short course truck. Yeah, the ants are off the ramp. They were there. They scattered around. I must have invaded their home, and then they were. You guys may have not seen the video earlier. There were a whole bunch of ants on the ramp. I mean, it was like 1,000 of them, and they were scrambling around. So that's kind of a ramp I leave out there. That ramp does not go in the trunk of the car. So dust guards, yeah, these on the side. You guys see the differences in height in those. They are constructed a little bit different, so they didn't just take one off of here and put it on there. So they did think this out with the design of it. You're not familiar with the drive shafts in the middle. I'm not sure what you're asking. Reason I asked the question is I'm not familiar with a drive shaft. Is a middle drive shaft of that top ever? So I'm not sure if you're asking about drive shafts on four-wheel drive cars or not. So four-wheel drive cars are going to either come shaft driven or belt driven. And these are of course shaft driven. So just about most four-wheel drive cars are going to be shaft driven. There was a couple off-road ones that were belt driven. I think the SC10 4x4 from Associated, they had a belt driven one. But it's hard for belt drive off-road. I mean, I know Kyosho has their Optima series they re-released, and those have the chain or the belt. But the thing is that if dirt and stuff gets in there, you just got to take all that apart to clean it. So So I'm not sure if your question you're asking as far as the top drive shaft stuff, but this is easy to change. You just push this in. You see how this is kind of moving. It's spring launched. You push this in, and then you mount this up, and then you pull that out and forward, and this comes out. And then it's one screw in here you need to take out. You push this over this way. You just move this out the way, and then you flip this up, pop that forward, and bam, you have access to your motor and stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure this focuses in, so I know it's losing a little focus. You guys have to tell me if the video quality is being lost some. Do I feel if there's a much of a weight difference between the 3 and a fill bulky? I'm not sure what you're asking there, John. Yeah, you got a belt driven? Yeah, they're great for on road. They're real smooth and stuff. I just off road, you just may have some problems, especially if you're just going around and just bashing and stuff like that. You're probably gonna have more maintenance problems and more time doing maintenance and stuff with that. So, well, guys, do you have any more questions for this? For these, for any one of these, for the Senton or the Granite 4x4? You said what you meant is that one shaft is driven, which is why we like to building a clutch correct, and I saw it completely plastic correct. Yeah, these are plastic. These drive shafts are plastic, and they did that so that it makes it easier to adjust this out too. If they come out with a brushless version, I'm not sure what they're going to do. There'll probably be aluminum. I don't know what they're going to do. I know they'll think about the design and stuff because you guys know Arrma really seems to think about their stuff, and they're listening to what people are saying. So you guys put your comments out there in forums, put it on videos, kind of what you want to see, because they're actually listening to what you guys are saying. I think one of the engineers had commented a while back that Arrma is listening to what you guys are seeing and what you guys are talking about, and they are trying to make improvements, and they're constantly improving things, which is good. I mean, they're on like version 2 and 3 of most of their cars now because they've always updated them. So, do these plastic shock towers flex? No, these things are beefy. See, I'm trying to bend it here, and no, they are not flexing. And I don't see these things breaking at all. I mean, these things are beefy. I don't know if you can't really see from here, but these things are beefy. If you come out tomorrow, you will see how beefy and stuff these things are. I mean, they're really, really beefy. So I don't see plastic just breaking off. Even the drive shafts are a lot beefier and thick than some of the standard cars I've seen, even some standard brushless cars that have plastic drive shafts. So I don't see this stuff breaking anytime soon. Just want to know, let's see, do they have plastic shock towers and do they flex? We answered that question. Just want to know if we can make the Senton a mod 1. I'm pretty sure they're going to release some different gear ratios. Remember, they do have preset holes in here for, excuse me, different pinion gear sizes. So they'll probably come out with something. You guys know aftermarket companies jump on this stuff a lot. So they may come on and do something as well. So I kind of expect that too. I'm pretty sure they're looking at it and thinking about more innovative stuff that they can add to these as well. About the diffs, no, they're not plastic. You can even see it on the box. The diffs are big. Bash them in the house. Nah, I don't bash them in the house. A little bit too big to run in my place. I know, bash them in the house. So, other things with these things, you guys know they are 14 millimeter hexes, and I did see that there are offering tires and wheels that are 14 millimeter hexes out there as well. So, can you make it a speed car? You can make any car fast. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. You can make any car fast. I've seen some $100 cars that go 60, 70, 70 plus miles per hour. And that's all they were built for. They weren't built to drive or do anything else but go fast. They race here in Georgia on Terra Boulevard, and they got some fast cars there. Some of them are a lot more 8 scale cars, but they've got some fast cars. So these are fixed. They're not adjustable. You guys see that there on both of them. They are fixed. They are not adjustable. And like I said, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some aftermarket stuff for this. Arrma may come out with some adjustments. We don't know. Oh, appreciate it, John. Appreciate you joining. See, we got about 20 more people on here. You guys have any questions for me, or are you guys just kind of waiting for me to dive into something? Or fill you in on what was talked about? How do I feel about Arrma's quality and prices affecting other RC companies? I don't feel anything. I mean, it's not to be rude or crude, but I mean, we're 2017. I mean, paying six, seven, 800, $900,000 for RC cars is expensive. And this is a hobby, guys. I mean, this is a toy hobby. Even though these are hobby grade toys, they're still toys. I mean, who wants to pay $500 for something and then stuff starts breaking, you don't get support and all that. Not saying that the companies are not going to support it. I mean, I've gotten good support from a lot of companies, but I think Arrma's doing what people want. They're releasing stuff that's at a great price, that's very innovative, and they're improving their stuff. And I'm not trying to, just blow smoke, up for Arrma, but I'm just saying I've just seen them over the years, and I've seen how they've improved stuff. And like I said earlier, they're on version 2 and 3 of a lot of their kits, and they just released these. So I'm pretty sure they'll come out with a brushless version, and they'll come out with version 2 once they start seeing if you guys find flaws in them. I haven't found any in doing particular updates and stuff on it. Yeah, the drive shafts and stuff are beefy, guys. Like I said, if you're up in the Kennesaw area or you're coming to the swap meet tomorrow at Kennesaw, Georgia, you can check these things out. You'll see how beefy they are. How long will it take before aftermarket parts come out? I don't know. That's going to depend on Proline and all those companies, RPM that make stuff, T-Bone Racing is usually pretty good at coming out with bumpers and stuff pretty quickly, because I think they kind of make them on order and stuff. So what's the best 4x4 off-road under 350? Well, are you talking monster truck, or are you talking a short course truck, or are you talking buggy? Are you talking 10 scale or 4 wheel? 10 scale or 8 scale? So there's a lot of stuff out there on the market as well. So you got to worry about not just part support. You got to worry about support from the companies as well. Does the company stand behind their product if something goes wrong? Or are you just going to be fishing around if you buy a brand new car and something's wrong with it? So you got to think about that as well. I know part support's a big thing. People talk about cars overseas and stuff like that, but you got to think about the companies as well. So does the company stand behind their product? And that's stuff you guys can research and see. So which one do you like more out of the Senton or the Granite? I like them both. I mean, I am a monster truck guy, but I like them both. I mean, I like the design of the Senton body. If you guys are just joining, I did do this a little bit earlier. This is my 6S Senton over here with the mega body on it. And this fits right on here. But I like both of these trucks. I mean, I can't say that I like one more than the other, because you guys know, if you guys have seen a lot of my videos in my arsenal, I have a lot of trucks and I have a lot of monster trucks. So I like them both, actually. They both can serve different purposes and they both perform well. So sorry, there's a couple of other questions coming. I was putting those bodies on there. You thinking about purchasing Mad Crush or a Proline? What's your take on that? Hit me up on Facebook about that, Milton. Yeah, Joshua said he just got recently hooked on Arrma 8 scales in their tanks. Yeah, they are tough. You guys saw when I was jumping this thing at the skate park, and I hit some higher jumps than that. I don't recommend that, but I was just testing the durability of this newer version of this, and I know they just came out with a newer version, but I mean this thing is a beast. It's a tank, and even the version 1 was strong too. So monster or short course with good part support, 110 scale. Well, what do you plan on doing with it too? Now that's going to be another question. You want to go brushed or brushes? I mean, you for 350, the choices are really slim at that point. You can think about, of course, I said these are 239, so these are like 240. And then you can do upgrades to them as you want. I know all you guys are gonna upgrade and put brushless stuff in. I don't know what you guys do to it, but the next up you got the ECX line. They have A couple of cars out there too that are 4-wheel drive. The Circuit and the Torment are 4-wheel drive. Those are like 269 or something like that. And then you got the Traxxas Brush Stampede, which is 299. So I mean, your options are gonna. It just depends on what you want out there. And I mean, there's some company overseas too that sell cars. You guys know I have some of those on my channel too. But like I said, you got to think about part support, and you got to think about parts availability as well. Some stuff you can get on eBay. So I chewed through brush motors in my Arrma Fury. Yeah, just contact Arrma. See what they'll do about that. If you guys burned up a motor in your Arrma Fury or something like that, and I'm pretty sure they'll honor that I talked to you about that. Yeah, actually, Ready Set RC. That was gonna be a surprise. He asked, was I gonna convert one of these to a stadium truck? That baby right there. I'm gonna work on that probably in the next couple of weeks. I got a lot of stuff that I'm doing right now. A lot of stuff that's coming up. I got a book signings I just released. My 11th, 12th book, and I got to prepare for that, and there's some other stuff coming on as well. So once my focus is off of that in the next few weeks, I will work on that, because that's what I've been looking at, was getting a short course body for this. I mean a stadium truck body, different size tires and wheels, and making this into one and gearing up and having some fun with it. So no problem, Joshua. Thanks, no problem. The red cat, you talking about the TRMT 10E? I've had one of those as well. The blue 4x4 MT. I'm not sure what you're talking about with that one. Karen is in the house. I see you, Karen. Yeah, Hobby Wing. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna say not do brushes. I know you guys are gonna do it. I mean, I'm not gonna. I'm laughing because I know you guys are. You guys have been asking brushless, brushless, brushless forever and a day. So just do it. Maybe run a mild RC in it. I mean, run a mild brushless system and a 2S lipo. Don't go crazy with it. I mean, you guys know this does have a few plastic parts in it. I'm not saying it can't handle. I'm not saying it can, but you got to use your discretion for that. So the 8 scale red car, that's $300. There probably are. Hit me up on Facebook. Message me, M Bailey 1977, and we can talk more about that. We can talk more about that offline, as they say in corporate America. When they talk to me about stuff, they're like, yeah, we'll talk about that offline. But yeah, just hit me. I mean, there's options out there. Um, Arrma offers their 8 scale product line as well. And this thing, like I said, is a tank. I got one of my friends is actually converting this to a, I guess a monster short course truck. We'll have that on display tomorrow. It looks actually pretty good. He put some big tires and stuff on there, and he's working on some modifications for it. So, all right, guys, are any questions concerning these cars here? Any more questions? Any more comparisons? There's things that I can talk about for a few minutes if you want. Things as I've driven it that I think you guys should look at and do. It's not anything bad or anything like that. It's just things that when you get these cars, you may just want to go ahead and do that as a small modification. It's not going to cost you anything. So some of the things that when I drive these cars, you probably can't see it too well, but you notice this little mark here and this little mark here. Now, I noticed that with Arrma, and I like that. As soon as you take that off, that's what you see. They put these little like stickers and stuff here to keep when you're actually running, because you guys saw I was running and jumping the Hades out of this. It was rubbing on this. So this is to kind of prevent this from digging into your body, but it did just a little bit. So I do recommend, if you guys get these cars, especially if you get them for kids, go ahead and put a piece of duct tape over this, cut into it, so that when that starts rubbing, it's not going to rub into your body and rub that paint off. It's done it for both of them. It's not anything bad or anything, but it's just something that you guys want to think about. I just put some paint on there, so ignore that. That's my Blade Runner eye spray paint. So that's something you guys want to think about. It didn't rub too much on the granite in the rear, but you guys see the paint did come off a little bit there. Or you can get, I believe it's called Dan's. Dan sells some foam body mounts, or body spacers for here. They got thick ones and thin ones. Just get the thin ones and put those on them, because when these trucks are running and stuff, and the bodies are rubbing up against, if I can get this body on, let's see. Come on, get it on. You see how this moves just a little bit? That's going to be rubbing on there. So that's just something. It's very minute, but that's just something that you guys should think about. If you get these, just go ahead and put a little tape on there. These bodies have held up well. You guys probably can't see that well, but I was running this and flipping it and running it, dragging it on concrete and stuff, and they've held up well. They're made of a pretty thick Lexan on it, so I don't expect these things to be just torn up. I think it's like the PVC bodies when it gets cold and you hit something, they just start shattering like glass. So JT, is the Creighton worth $500? I've never had a Creighton. I know a friend that has a Creighton, and it's a beast too. I mean, especially the newer version. I hope Arrma will paint that or come out with a different color body scheme or something for that, because it has the same body scheme or color as the versions 1 and 2. So I hope that they will at least paint it. I would love to see like a bluish black one, or blue green or maybe orange or something like that. So has the paint started rubbing on the rear of the Senton? You guys can see that there. I've been jumping the heck out this thing too, and it's been crashing and bashing and rubbing. So like I said, they did put these on there. I hope that's clear enough for you guys to see. Thumbs up if it's clear, thumbs down if it's not. Don't say anything if it's just fine. No. But it does rub a little bit. So like I said, I do recommend it. If you guys get these, go ahead and put a little bit of tape. Just get some duct tape or get those Dan's foam spacers. They sell thick and thin ones. Get the thin ones. Put those on there and you won't have a problem. You usually glue that's a good thing too. If you have those plastic body washers, you can do that too. But the Dan's you can just remove back and forth too. So how about that Arrma Rustler? I'm not sure what you mean. You mean Arrma versus the Rustler, or I knew y'all was gonna turn this into a Traxxas versus Arrma thing. Yeah, I think Arrma's gonna start taking over the game, and this is just my opinion. I've always said that whoever starts coming out with a 4-wheel drive line of their 10 scale cars, they're gonna run it. I mean, we've been waiting on a 4-wheel drive line for Arrma's cars, and it only took them about 2 years, 2.5 years, and they released these. And if they come out with a 4-wheel drive stadium truck, which there's very few on the market, and then they do a 4-wheel drive like Raider, like buggy or something that can use a regular LiPo, not no saddle pack and not no shorty pack, it's pretty much gonna be a done deal for a minute, because I know I'm gonna get one. You guys know I'm gonna get one if they do. Because there's not that many out there. Most of the 4-wheel drive buggies use shorty packs or saddle packs, and I think that when they do that, they limit themselves. Racing and stuff is fine, but it's us bashers that kind of run this hobby. I mean, I'd say the bashers, people like us, are probably about 70% of the hobby. I mean, racing and stuff is good. It's good for displaying stuff and to say these people won this world championship and stuff. Not down there. I've raced before too. I just don't have the time to. I can't spend the 8 to 10 hours a day on weekends racing and stuff. So I like to go to a track and run. But I mean, whoever does that, they're gonna take over this market more. I mean, look what Traxxas did. I mean, Traxxas has, not that I've ever known of, won any IFMAR World Championship, but yet they're at the top of the hobby. I mean, they sell more. Of course, they flooded the market with a lot of stuff, but that's fine. That's what companies do. So, and they come out with stuff, and so I think that Arrma's stepping their game up, and they're getting more cars and stuff out. So let's see. One thing I wish Arrma would do, y'all, and I'm gonna sneak this in here. They need to make a rally car or on-road car. They could take this and make this into a rally car easily, or make this into an on-road car and get a nice body for it. If you're watching out there, Arrma, hint, hint, rally car, on-road car, on-road 8-scale car would be nice. And I may do that for this. I thought about that as well. Turning this to a rally car, on-road car, or something, or even one of these. So you guys know I get kind of creative with doing things, so I'll be working on that. So let's see. I'm gonna have to make a crawler to rival Traxxas. Yeah, I don't see them doing that. I don't see them doing it anytime soon. I mean, there's companies out there that, to me, that pretty much got that market locked down, and other companies try, which is fine, but I mean, it's it is what it is. They try it, they try it. I mean, pretty sure it'll be pretty innovative like they done with these. So it's not just going to be a crawler. They'll probably do some stuff to make it kind of unique as well. So if you need an Armor car, they need an Armor car to be the top company. Yeah, I mean, I think Arma stepped their game up. Like I said, their 8 scale line has really done a lot for them, and they've really improved those cars. This 10 scale line is going to be good. I just cannot get a voltage, y'all. I wanted to get one, but they are sold out everywhere, and I should have got it when I had the chance, but I procrastinated, and that's what you get when you procrastinate. So he's talking about Associate, nothing innovative. Rally, yes, I know Rally be good. Sorry guys, I'm getting behind on some of these comments here. Associated bug, yeah. I got a T4. I had a T4, T4.1, 2, and 3. And those were all good trucks. I mean, there's been nothing bad with them. I wish they would go back and re-release their brushed versions, because everything doesn't have to be brushless. I mean, Arma's proven this here. I mean, you can have a brush version and a brushless version. It's just like car companies. I mean, I have a Camaro. I got a V8 Camaro. But not everybody wants a V8, and everybody can handle V8. So now Chevy's got a 4-cylinder turbocharged, a V6, a V8, a V8 supercharged. So same thing with these RC cars. I think that if people follow that same pattern, they'll be fine. So have I owned a Savage? No, I've seen several Savages run, and I thought about one of the newer Savages, but I'm not sure where HPI or AKA Ripmax is going right now. So I'm waiting on that one. Yeah, I don't see Arrma making any crawls anytime soon either. So say a slash is $400. And I thought you can get a brush system being done with less than 300. Yeah. So what's my arsenal look like? I'll do that some other day. Right now I'm focusing on these cars. I want to answer questions about these cars you guys may have. I've done videos before in the past, and maybe I'll do it again. But my RC car room is full of stuff. I'm like walking with a lot of stuff in there, and there's a swap meet tomorrow. You guys will see some of that up there. Like I said, I'll have these on display so you can check these out and see how beefy they are. So what do I think about Arrma trying their hand at the trophy truck design with the ISS and Solid Road axle or Rock Racer? If they do it, it may be a year or two from now. I'm not sure what's in their works for them and what they're going to be doing from now. That's something you guys, like I said, email Arrma. I'm pretty sure if they start getting enough hits and stuff on it, they will start to think about maybe doing a crawler. Or maybe they already are thinking about a crawler. So, all right, guys, are there any more Arrma Senton questions for me? What time is the swap meet tomorrow? The swap meet is from 11 to 3. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So we'll be up there. I'll probably be set up on the sidewall. I won't bring a lot of stuff. I will have these on display. I will have other cars too from other videos that I've recently done. So I'll have some cars up there so you guys can see that, and I'll let you guys see how they run and stuff as well. So I'll probably set up a couple of booths or a couple of tables, or at least have a table or two to display some of these cars and some of the other cars I have. Let's see, what's a good ESC brushless motor under $80 if you know of any? Under $80 is gonna be kind of hard. There are some other shops out there. RC Moment has a couple. GearBest has a couple. OMGRC, I believe they have some as well. So hit me up on Facebook with some of these questions that are outside of this, and I'll try to answer them. So I'll try to answer as much as I can. Trying to see about some of these questions you guys are making sure I answered all these before we get ready to sign out. All right, you guys have any other questions? How was the video quality this time? Was it better with the light on going live, or is it better with the lights off? Probably better with the lights on. So yeah, well, I'll go live tomorrow as well. I'll go live for a little bit and shoot a couple of videos of the swap meet so you guys can see what's going on. This is Kennesaw, Georgia, so it is the largest hobby town in the nation, and their swap meets are getting larger and larger at each one. we're expecting a bigger turnout than what they had before. Sometimes it rained or something like that, but I think it'll be pretty decent tomorrow. It'll be about 55 to 58 degrees, so it will be a little chilly out there, but we're still gonna go out. It's more or less for me going out and kind of socializing and seeing kind of what's going on as well and talking to people. So if you guys can come on out and just chill with us up there. They got a couple of new cars in there as well, and they do have about 5 or 6 of these Sentons in there, and they got some of their 8 scale cars in there as well. So you guys can see that. You guys can meet the managers and stuff in there too. So great with lighting. So okay, so from now on, when we go live, we will have the light turned on, the lights on. How often do they happen? Swap meets happen periodically. It's kind of hard to determine, but you guys can follow me on Facebook and see about a lot of RC events. You guys know that Arrma did recently have their Armageddon in Springfield, Illinois, about 2 or 3 weeks ago in October. And there's some videos on the Arrma site, on Arrma's Facebook page, I believe on the Hobby Co page too, as well as what they did at that event. So it's like they had a lot of fun out there. It depends. I mean, as far as buyers go, somebody asked, was there many buyers? It kind of depends. I mean, it varies back and forth. Um, so I mean, sometimes you can come out there and get some good deals. Sometimes you can't. So it varies. So I don't know what to say. I can't say yay or nay. Let you know when I'm in New York. I'll definitely. Well, I actually thought about going up there next year for an event, but we'll see. All right, guys, if there's no other questions, I'm going to be signing out of here in just a second. Are any more questions about these cars, anything you guys may have missed? I showed you guys that the body from the 6S will also work on the brushed version. So if you guys like the style, the way this body looks, you can buy this for your 6S version. So any other questions? Any other questions? I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds. If there's no comments coming up, we will be signing out. And I got to get ready for this swap meet. Is there a built-in flamethrower? Yeah, you guys didn't see that built-in flamethrower Arrma put in here? It's right underneath here. That's why it's got 3-channel radio. Yeah, man, you just push that 3rd channel, it just comes out. It's like what's that something racer that Nintendo had a long time ago. I can't remember the name of it. Not Rad Racer, but it was another one they had. Spy Hunter, I think it was, where they had the oil slicks and stuff. So So, all right, guys. Well, if you have questions, try to hit me up on Facebook. Try not to boggle me down too much because I do get a lot of messages on there and I can't keep up with them. And if I just answer yes or no, don't get mad because sometimes I have a billion and one things going on and that just makes it a billion and two. So, appreciate it, Junior. Glad you guys liked the video. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, let me know. I can always do live videos. Try to do them maybe Wednesday or Friday night or Sunday night or something like that. And you guys can start asking questions about cars. So put that in my videos when I start doing these car reviews and putting cars up. If you guys want to get more close and personal with it, just let me know. I noticed some of you guys wanted to know about these cars and see a quick comparison, so I went ahead and did this. I know this video is 53 minutes long. I didn't know I was on here that long. So, you think Arrma coming out with some speed cars? They got speed cars. You got to see some of their 8-scale stuff. They're fast. I mean, the new Talion, I just had that, and that's hitting 70 out the box, easy, and it can handle it too. So, we'll see what Arrma has to release in the future. I'm pretty sure they'll do a couple things there as well. So, well, guys, I'm going to sign out of here. Appreciate it. I am going to sign out of here. You guys know if you have questions, feel free to hit me up on Facebook, like I said, or just put a question on Facebook. You don't have to actually message me privately. Just put something out there. You guys feel free to post pictures of your cars. I love to see them. The Facebook is JTRC on Facebook. So, all right, guys, I am signing out. It has been 54 minutes. I was planning on doing this for 45, but it went a little bit over. So, all right, guys, I will see if you're coming tomorrow. And if not, I will see you in the videos coming up soon, guys. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching.